Human remains found in search for missing USA hopeful Kada Scott. Now confirmed. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. In today's video, we have the missing remains found in the search for Miss USA hopeful Kada Scott. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. Similar to yourself, all my normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. The human remains believed to be those of the missing Philadelphia beauty queen, Kada Scott, were discovered in a shallow grave. The discovery followed a very specific tip that led police to the wooded area near Ada H. Lewis Middle School. Now, the perpetrator, Keon King, age 21, was arrested as a suspect in Scott's disappearance and is charged with kidnapping, reckless endangerment, and other offenses. Kada Scott, a former Miss USA hopeful, was last seen on October the 4th, and her car and her belongings were found near her workplace. The investigation includes a disturbing video allegedly showing King attempting to break into another woman's home, as he has history of violent behavior. Okay, let's see. If I can post this video, it'll be somewhere toward the end, the middle toward the end. I'll show you a disturbing video that I've also seen about Keon King, how he's coming up and peeking through the lady's window and trying to see, he wants to break in. And I'm not sure if that was a Ring camera that caught him on I believe it was a Ring camera, if I'm not mistaken. That actually got the video. But yeah, I'm gonna dive in. Right here. So a little backstory on this young lady, Kada Scott. She's a recent Penn State graduate. She vanished. She worked at a living assisted facility, working with seniors up in Chestnut Hill. And one night she was on the phone, she was talking to somebody. It was a very disturbing phone call. It appears to me that the gentleman, was hurling out threats, and then the unthinkable happened. She disappears. So, the first thing I would like to say is she was hurled with threats, and I would have liked to see her call her father, because it appears to me that her father was in her life. Because it's us as fathers, we're going to do whatever we got to do, no matter what you think. Secondly, this kid, Keon King, although they didn't physically see him do it, he was linked to every single, his cell phone footage, or his cell phone data rather, was linked to the stolen car that they were in which he burned, and then got in another car to try to get away. So this is super creepy. It's one of them things where it's just like, my man really must have just took his go from out of a movie or something, because it's just like, just to think of something like that, and to actually, move forward with this crime Um, it scares me in a bit because at the end of the day, what does it scare me? But I'm just saying, thinking wise, it scares me a bit because we got young ladies out here, you know, like a Kada Scott. You know what I'm saying? It could be anyone, you know, it don't have to be her. It could be any other young lady in the black community. And, you know, it could be in the white community as well. But unfortunately, this story is about specifically black young people just now hitting 20s, you know, early 20s. So a lot of these young girls that, you know, they're independent, they're doing their thing. They're out and about, you know, they living their life. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was doing good for herself. As soon as you start doing good for yourself, you always find this one dude that want to attach himself to you or to your name. And then when things don't go the way he wanted to go, the whole operation just go left. And then he wiping everything out. You know what I mean? Now, see, previously, before this Kada Scott situation, he was already in court for another case with another young lady, and the judge threw it out because there wasn't enough evidence to kind of hold him down. You know what I'm saying? I think what they did was his bail. No, I think what it was, his bail was only at $20,000 or something like that. You know what I mean? So he had to come with like two racks or whatever. Came up with that money and was out. And once he got out, you know what I mean, he started doing what he was doing. He made his move and then slid off and, you know, took this chick out. You know what I mean? This story been kind of going on for like weeks and weeks, and we've been kind of hoping that we was going to find her. But once they said they found some of her stuff and it's been going on for weeks and no one's heard from her, the inevitable to me has started to set in. Because there's no pinging of a cell phone for you to be on social media, to call your mom and your dad, to let anyone know that everything is all good or anything. Like, you could have been tied up in the basement, yes, but, you know, I mean, nothing showing that everything was good with you. So, you know, it was a gloomy situation. My heart goes out to the family. You know, I mean, it breaks my heart because it's like you got a young black woman, Miss USA hopeful, graduated from college, went to high school, graduated, then went to college and graduated. You know what I'm saying? Like, had so much to go for, you know, so much to move forward with. She was working in a living assisted facility, you know what I'm saying? Helping the seniors. Like, she was doing everything you would want your daughter to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, she just got involved with a particular individual that wasn't no good for her. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these guys is going to come up to you. Ladies, these guys are going to come up to you, try to holler at you, try to get with you and all that. It's up to you to decipher what's good and what's not. You see what I'm saying? I pray for my daughters all the time. Lord, don't let nobody come in their presence that you don't want to be in their presence. You see what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, we all say when we're born, we can't pick our families when we're born. It's just, you know, you can't pick the family members that you got, right? I'm quite sure some of you guys out there wish that you could, right? But what you can pick is you could pick your friends, okay? You can pick and choose your friends, and hopefully you're making the right decision and have the proper decision making while you're picking these said friends. And if not, it could be a Kada Scott situation, you know what I'm saying? I mean, ladies, when men see you, first of all, when you see a man, you can't listen. Let me start from the top. Listen to me loud and clear. Women, you can't fix no man. No man can be fixed by no woman. I'm just going to tell you that right now, okay? Don't ever think that, oh, if I got him, I could fix him, I could do this, I could do that. No, you can't. It's nothing that you can do to fix a man. He's only going to be fixed if he wants to be fixed. If he doesn't want to be fixed, he's not going to be fixed, okay? So what you need to do is just stay in your lane and do what you need to do. Offer the help that you can offer, but at the end of the day, if you can't get the help, you just can't get the help. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, excuse the phrase, but you can't be Captain Save-A-Ho. You know what I'm saying? Let these Negroes go out here and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? I wish she didn't mess with this kid because she would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? I wish she'd have reached out and said something. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, it's okay to call your family members. It's okay to call your friends. You know what I'm saying? If you got a daddy in your life, let your dad know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You could have had your dad come scoop you up instead of you going, hey, look, just leave your car home. I'll take you to work and pick you up. Don't worry about it. Now, dad probably had to work and do his own work schedule and all that kind of stuff. But if you being threatened, listen, I'm going to need to take a couple of days off. You know, I'm going to foresee some things and overlook some things and check everything out. And then we're going to go from there. So, you know, but I mean, I'm quite sure the father wished he was right there for his daughter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's a heartbreaker because, you know, I mean, as much as dad might have been doing, he felt like he probably could have did more. You know what I'm saying? Any father would think that they could do more to help their daughter out, to help their son out. You know what I mean? And in this case, his daughter, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? What can you do? Now, one more point I want to bring about is the police scaled that area. They went through the whole area to go find her. Couldn't find nothing. It was only because someone left a very specific tip as to where she was, what's going on with her, and everything. My question to you, was that person an accomplice in the crime? I mean, how'd you know exactly where that person was? How did you know? I mean, I know it's no snitching in the hood. I get it. But how'd you know exactly where that person was and, you know, where you would find them? It's a very specific tip. I mean, at the end of the day, I know you got a person in custody, but I would love for you to bring that individual in and find out why they had that said tip, okay? Because how do you know? How do you know these things? I mean, that's kind of sketchy to me. You know what I mean? You know, what you want me to say? It's sketchy. So, yeah, this is far from being over with. Yes, they found her. They can now, you know, the coroner could do what he need to do. They can find out the cause of death, okay, and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? And dang, she has so much to look forward to. Pretty young lady has so much to look forward to. And that makes me beat the mess out of this point. Like, stop messing with these no good ass Negroes. Please. You know what I'm saying? First of all, they gotta have some sort of manners, some care, some candor. Don't listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Ladies, just do your homework. Y'all think, oh, well, he this and he that. Listen, I'm being stereotypical right now, okay? Any of these Negroes you see out here that you trying to get with, you know what I'm saying? And don't take for what I got on for what I'm saying, okay? But you see these cats out here, they got on all black. They wear all black all day, every day. That's all they wear is all black. And you want to roll with him because he's the rough guy. He's the rough and tough guy. I don't wear all black. This hoodie is black, and this do-rag I got on my head is black because I'm out here cleaning. Okay, I'm moving around doing laundry. Had to clean some dishes. It got a little chilly. I just grabbed the first thing I saw. I got a black hat. I got all colorful stuff. So anybody that knows me knows I wear a lot of color in my stuff, okay? My daughter tells me, under no circumstances am I allowed to wear black Air Force Ones, all black Air Force Ones. That's on demon time, and that's what she say. She say that, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, we not on that type time, demon time. You know what I mean? We, you know, only time you go to demon time is when you come over here messing with us on demon time. Then we got to finish the job up because you know, we don't come over here bothering people, right? So when young ladies see these dudes, listen, I understand it's a new generation. You don't have to always be the chick that got a boyfriend. You don't have to be the chick that got a dude in your life. You need a quality dude. Everybody keeps in the saying, oh, well, he's soft. You know what I mean? He dresses real nice. And he's soft. He's not gangster. Fuck that gangster shit. That gangster shit gonna get you in the prison. That gangster shit gonna get you in prison. That gangster shit gonna get you in the fucking grave. That gangster shit gonna get you all fucked up and beat up. All right? Y'all need to wake the fuck up, okay? And get your shit together. Stop fucking with these bum ass, no, not going anywhere ass Negroes. You know what I'm saying? If you in college, find yourself a man that's in college and is pushing forward to try to do better for himself. Not the knucklehead on the block. If you done did all the work, now you want the knucklehead on the block because you still want to be hip and cool with all them. Man, fuck them niggas. They ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French. But that shit burns me up about the hood, man. We always want to find and pull the nigga out of the motherfucking gutter. Fuck them niggas. If you ain't trying, I'm spitting on your fucking hand. Get the fuck out of here. I don't fuck with you like that. That's just how I move. If you ain't trying, I ain't trying. Fuck you, nigga. You out. That's it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help everybody and be Captain Save-A-Hole for the whole hood and shit. The whole hood ain't meant to be out. Some of these Negroes need to stay where they at. You know what I'm saying? Let them learn their lessons and figure out how they gonna do it. You want to be a young nigga that want to be out here and do dumb shit and be fucking bummy all your life, then go ahead and be bummy all your life. Don't speak to me. Period. Don't speak to me. Family included. You a bum ass nigga, you ain't trying? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You out here working and you trying to make yourself better and do better for yourself? Okay, I'm with you on that. We can work together on some things. You know what I'm saying? I gotta help you pull yourself up. But if you ain't even making an effort, bro, or you making minimal effort, nah, fam, I'm good, dog. I'm gonna keep moving on this way. I'm going down the street. I'm gonna holler at you there, though. But, you know, I say a prayer for you. Yeah, you got it. I'm not with all that shit, yo. Not with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's my little rant for the day, you know what I'm saying, for the video. But it's just like, you know, I get tired of that shit, man. I really get tired of that shit. This is the reason why I'm an army of one. I don't fuck with nobody. The only Negroes that you see me out here fucking with is niggas that's doing what they gotta do for themselves and they family. I only roll with dudes like that. If you a bum ass nigga, you ain't never gonna see me with them niggas. You ain't never gonna see me with no bum ass niggas ain't doing nothing for themselves. All the dudes I roll with is making money and doing what they gotta do, and they working hard for what they gotta work for. That's all I want around me, dog. You a bum ass nigga, kick rocks, nigga. Kick rocks. Period. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, be extra, extra vigilant and careful because this could be you next. Okay? This could be you next. Kada Scott should not be dead in a shallow grave behind Ada Lewis fucking school. Kada Scott should be here with us today, still working at that nursing home, okay, that living facility with the elders, okay, helping them out, and still fulfilling her lifelong dreams. How she get entangled with this guy, only I don't know. I don't have that information. You know what I'm saying? But that might have been something that she put herself into, lack of judgment, and then this happened. So, you know, there's that. You know, rest in peace, Kada Scott. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's unfortunate, man. I'm just tired of doing stories like this, especially when you see young black people doing the right thing. If you're doing the right thing, keep them knuckleheads away from you. Let them niggas clown. Let them niggas joke. You can flee them niggas. Get out of here, bro. I don't roll with that shit no more. I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? The hood gonna try to pull you down because misery loves company. And y'all gotta understand that, man. Y'all gotta understand. That's gotta hit home in your heart to understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. But with that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well to bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. I'm my normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. All my new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. That like button pushes these videos out to the young people that need to see this. Not just young people, older people too. They need to see this video. Share this video. You know, it needs to be out there in the internet, in the world, so they can see, you know, and hopefully this message that I give reaches someone to, change their way of thinking, you know, and do something better for themselves. You know what I mean? This is the reason why I do these videos. You know what I'm saying? To hopefully that someone else can just take my message and be like, you know what? He got a point there. I need to change. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to change myself. You know, I'm going to do better. I don't care where you at in this world. As long as you change and doing better. So, you know, it'll be, it'll impact you in immense ways. If you do change your life and do the correct things, you will move forward in life and you will become successful. As long as you stick your nose in there and keep going hard for yourself, okay? Come visit me on my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, all my social media platforms. And come visit me also at the merch store. Come visit me at the merch store. Go get yourself a hoodie. It's starting to get a little chilly. I think I'm at the bust on my AG's POV hoodie. You know what I'm saying? I got it at home. I got a pair of sneaks I wear with it. So, I ain't, I ain't home yet. But when I get home, I'll bust that thing out and be strutting all up and down the city, letting them know who holding it down. So, but in the meantime, between time, I love every single one of y'all. And I urge you guys to do what you got to do for you and no one else, okay? Please, no more Kada Scotts. You're doing good for yourself, continue to do good for yourself. Stay away from the hood. The hood ain't no good, all right? I love every single one of y'all, and I thank y'all for coming out. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Don't get it, I gotta get to the casinos, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these, they getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out, stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now, fitting in, I'ma stand out. I done seen these crash out, they some baby boys, I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now, I'm the best in my